polynomial is an expression. It will show up in a minute. Please notice I use the word expression as opposed to an equation. What is the difference? An expression has no answer because an expression does not equal anything. Do you understand me? An expression that consists of constants coefficients and variables. Now it's supposed to be blue. Variables, forgot the A. Variables. In some combination. Okay. There are no radicals, which are roots, allowed. Okay? Okay. A monomial is any single combination, I'm going to write combo because I'm lazy, of constants, coefficients, and I'm making you write the word 3 times, again, because I use the words all the time. I need you using the proper words so I can say coefficient and you know what that is. I don't need to say the big number in front of the x. All right? Because I hate that. The bully that's pushing the x around. I hate that.
So if you want to try it out, what do we say?
When we get to factoring. All right? The operative word there is single. So, I'm going to write a couple of things here that are all monomials. 4. Is it? Yeah, because that's a constant. It's always 4. Cool? All right. 4x. Yeah. Still a single thing because you have 4 times whatever value x is. Right? Single thing. 4x y. Still? Yeah, because it's 4 times x, 4 times y. It's still one single thing. It's going to give you one value. 4xy squared. No, radicals are roots, dude. Is that a root? No. So is that one okay? Everybody good? All right. Monomial, because mono means one term. Like a monocle, that thing that guys, you old dudes used to wear in their eye, the one glasses. Because a lot of people, like me, have different values of prescription. And originally in the 9th grade, only my right eye was going bad. My left eye stayed almost perfect vision until well into university.
So the people that had those monocles before only have problems with one eye.
Yes.
Yeah, why waste?
Now, I tried to get my mom to get me a monocle in the 9th grade because I only had one bad eye. My mom said, no damn way you'll look like a Nazi.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's always the image in the movies of old-timey Nazis, right? They all have the monocle.
No, they all have some beard.
All right?
My mom watches Hogan Hero.
Hogan's Hero is a great show.
Yeah, the dude
All right. Smart people, what must a binomial be? Two terms, like a bicycle has two wheels, or a biplane has two wings. A binomial is two monomials. So, 4x are both single monomials, but if I put a plus or minus in the middle, now it changes the value, yes? Because if I tell you that x is 2, then you need to do more stuff than that to find an answer, don't you? So that's why that becomes a binomial. If x is 2, the answer here is 12. But you don't know it until you go to a second monomial. Is everybody with me? Excellent. What then is the third one? The trinomial with 3 terms. And what does that mean? That must mean 3 monomials. 4 plus or minus 4x plus or minus 4x squared. To tell me the value of that, you have to use all 3 terms. Does everybody understand? Excellent. Okay. Degree of polynomials. The degree of polynomials, it's something that it's a mathy thing. They'll talk about it, and it tells us how we write them down. The degree of polynomials is the highest sum of the exponents in the exponents, the exponents of variables in any one term. So, what would be the degree of that monomial? There is none. It is 0. Why?
Does it have a coefficient? Where is it? I don't see it. Which one is it?
The 4 with the purple dot over it. You're not quite right. There's no variable. So that is a 0 degree polynomial. What about this one? That is a 1st degree polynomial. What about this one? 2nd degree polynomial. What about this one? 2nd degree polynomial. Why?
Because there's 2 terms.
1 and 1 make 2. I was. Because one day I'm going to start a band, and that band is going to be called Mo Sisley and his Cantina Band. And only geeky Star Wars people are going to get that joke.
I don't get it. I know the cantina is where those weird alien dudes play that song.
Yes, that cantina is in the town Mos Eisley. But that's not a name for a person, but Mo Sisley is. So as the lead singer, I would be Mo Sisley and my Cantina Band. Mo Sisley Cantina Band, because that's who they are.
They're just weird looking dudes that play.
But they're the band in the Mo Sisley Cantina. So they are the Mo Sisley Cantina Band. But I couldn't call them that, because Mo Sisley isn't a name of a person. But Mo Sisley is. I'm thinking about restarting Rock Band 3 with a new name of my band, Mos Eisley and the Cantina Band. Because I still like Rock Band 3, no matter how uncool it is. I still like to play it. And I'm sad that they have stopped adding new content to it to make you get Rock Band 4. Which bothers me. But what are you going to do? I'm not buying a PS4. I refuse. Because they're not backwards compatible. They can piss off. I didn't spend thousands of dollars on PS3 stuff to throw it out. It works fine. Anyway, that's back to business. No, because there is no need for a PS4. I don't play first-person shooter games because I have a real life. And I don't play sports games because I play real sports. And that's the only thing good on PS4. See? That's the only thing good on PS4. First-person shooters and...
That is
Debatable? What would you like to debate? What's a good game on PS4 that isn't a first-person shooter?
No, as in they have.
Oh, I see. I like third-person shooters. I do like third-person shooters, like the original Resident Evil and all the Uncharted games. I love those. Huh? No, because I don't have PS4. We just went over this. No. I don't care. Because once again, all this comes back to I have a life. I have things that I actually do, not things that I virtually do. Okay?
So you got a real life because you that doesn't mean you shoot people in real life.
No, but since you can only spend every hour of your life once and then it is gone, why would you waste it doing something like that when you could be rock climbing, parasailing, canoeing, hiking, running, playing? Everything I just said there is almost free.
Well, that is a the equipment.
Huh? Yeah, the professional video gamer. Yes, I know. Only, where do professional video gamers exist?
In their mom's basement.
In North America. You know why? Because in North America, we have enough time to waste. Because we aren't worried about things like eating, which is what the rest of the world is concerned with. What society is the society on our planet that is ruining the planet? North America, Europe, Asia. The three places where there are people who have enough time and money to waste becoming things like professional video gamers. Because we are ruining the planet. Do you really want those three societies to be our model for the future? We better have somewhere where I can be a professional video gamer. That's going to save the world.
That's a point I know. That's a point I say.
Now, should some crazy zombie apocalypse happen and 28 days later or something really happens, and there's a zombie thing at that door trying to break in, and all you clowns are going to be like, oh my God, which trigger does the headshot? I will already have gone over and killed it in real life. Because I have real skills. I will not be here. Or my other favorite, when he breaks through the window and kills you, and you say, I pushed that button. It's the stupid game, and throw down the controller. Because of course, the computer cares about you. It's lying.
I'm gonna go John Wick on that thing with a pencil.
Now,
Have you seen John Wick?
as I was saying, what about the degree of this one?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
What's the degree?
4.
I have 9.
4.
I have 4. Read the red definition.
Highest sum of exponents. One variables in any one term. 1 term.
8, 9. 9, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 4.
It is 4. Okay? Now, the way we like to write polynomials, which doesn't really matter, but I've taught pre-dip 10 for so long that I know that it matters to you people. Normally, we write alphabetically, so X's first because they come before Y and Z, or A's because they come before B and C, and we put the highest degree of the first variable first. So in this question, since they're all X, 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 that's how we would write it, because the X, they're all 1. Then we do the Y's. Since that guy introduced a new variable, he goes to the end of the line, even though it's a Z squared. And the Y squared goes to the front of the line because that Y has a higher degree than that Y.
So letters forward, numbers backwards?
Yeah, sure. It doesn't matter. But you're all going to obsess about it later on. But I'm telling you it does not matter. Okay? Okay. Now, we are not going to break out algebra tiles, but we are going to draw them. Because, just because. What does this mean? First of all, is that a monomial, a binomial, or a trinomial? The whole thing.
Monomial, because if you simplify, oh no, it's binomial.
It's a binomial. It's going to end up being a binomial because there's a plus in it somewhere. What does this mean? That means there are 5 what?
5x.
There are 5 x plus 1s, right? Now, we draw algebra tiles as such. A little tiny square is 1. It's 1 wide by 1 long.
Can we make it a little circle just so
I don't care. Everybody good? That one's positive. That one's negative. When you put the two of them together, you get 0. Everybody understands that, yeah? Now, in algebra tiles, if I actually got out the algebra tiles, there would also be this bar-shaped one. And that bar-shaped one would be a little tiny bit less than 5 of these. But you can't measure it. So since you don't know exactly how big it is, it's an unknown number, which is why it is x. Because it is 1 wide, but x long. So that is an x. That is a negative x, and if you put them together, you get 0. Then we have a big one that is x long, not 8, you idiot. X long by x wide. X times x is x squared. Then there's this one, which is negative x squared. Put them together and you get 0. You all already know this. So this is saying I need 5 x plus 1s. There's an x. There's a plus 1. How many of them do I need? 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? So what's the answer? 5 x's and 5 1s, which is plus 5. Right? Right. Now, the only thing I want to add to this, and it's going to come into play later on, is this. Out here, you have the factors. How long is this? 1. How long is this? 1. 1, 1, 1. Correct? Down this side, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. What do I got out here? What's that?
X.
X and 1. X plus 1. So that and that are my factors. This is my product. Okay? Now, of course, as honors students, we do this first time, every time, the right way, algebraically. 5x plus 1 is the same as 5 times x plus 5 times 1. And this is the distributive property. 5x plus 5. Yes?
Does anybody have any 30-hour famine forms to hand in?
Are any of you going to 30-hour famine next week?
Yes, what's your question?
Can I hand it in on Monday?
There is a famine. If it's still happening, you can, but we need 100 people today or it's not going to happen, so.
You let us down, Harmon.
No, because I have a soccer game, and if I win this weekend, then I'm going to the island next weekend. So.
Oh, fair enough. Yes. I need the money with the form. Any other questions? Awesome.
If you have just the money but not the form,
We can take that and we'll put you down for the form, but you can't take the form without the money.
I was going to bring my hammock.
You should.
I plan to, but I know as well as you do what's going to happen.
It'll happen.
Well, actually, what's going to happen is you're not going to get the 100 people, but it's going to happen anyway. And everybody will then hear again that deadlines don't mean anything in our school. What should happen is it should not happen. But it will. Then, of course, you will go out in the real world and go to universities and things, and your profs will say, hand this in by December 1st, and you won't. And your profs will say, well, I'm taking 10% off per day, and you will say, what? And then the prof will say, and that includes weekends because it's the 21st century and you could email it to me. And you're going to, what? And then you're going to do what actually happens at universities nowadays where parents come in and talk to the professors for their children. Oh, yeah. But don't worry, professional video gaming is going to save the day. Because that's the society we want.
I couldn't sit in front of a video game that long. Like, people do that 12 hours a day. How do you do that, though?
The funny thing is, someone in here.
I can play for a max. Like,
No, they're not.
each hour.
No, they're not. Because just like everything, Harmon, professional anything is maybe 1% of the people who do it. Maybe. There are 30 people in this class. I guarantee you, and it's going to sound sexist, but I guarantee you that the bulk of the ladies in this room are not even considering professional video gaming as a possible existence. Now, that means, just to split it down the middle, there's 15 boys in this room. What is 1% of 15? That would be 15 divided by 100, right? So there's 0.15 of a person in this room would become a professional video gamer. There is no such thing as 0.15 of a person. So the chances of someone in this room becoming a professional anything that is entertainment-based are that slim. Okay? You're all going to become professional somethings because you're all going to have a job. But the chances of becoming a professional football player, basketball player, dancer, singer, video gamer are very, very slim. Does that mean you should give it up? No. That is not what I'm saying, even though that is what you are hearing. You should not give up your dreams. But what should you have? You should have the realization that the word dreams are dreams. And you'd better have something just in case that dream doesn't come through, right? I dream of winning the lottery. Do you think I am not saving for my retirement? Do you think I am planning to stop teaching because I am going to win the lottery and have enough money for the rest of my life? No, because that's what the chances are like. So I made sure I went to university and got a teaching job, and I saved money every check so I can have a retirement fund. Because my dream is to win the lottery, but it's probably not going to happen. So if your dream is to become a professional video gamer, you better have some skills other than that. If your dream is to become a professional basketball player, you better have some skills other than that in case that doesn't work out. So when you don't do everything else in your life to focus on playing basketball, you're actually doing a disservice to yourself. Or rugby or hockey or whatever. Also, there's plenty of proof that shows anybody who plays one sport all the time gets injured more and often doesn't make it. More often than not. Now, back to math. Distributive property is this. A, B, plus or minus C. And the answer, oh wait, I'm going to change that slightly.
It's a Jesus Christ.
Plus or minus C, plus or minus ... down to Z is A times B, plus or minus A times C, plus or minus ... down to A times Z.
What?
Now, a lot of teachers do this. They draw these little arrows to show you that A distributes to every term inside the bracket. And then they give it a fun little name. They call it flying arrows. They call it this. They have a story about how this guy is a knight and he wants to break into the castle to save it's crazy. It's the distributive property.
Oh, I get it.
Because the number out front, I lie, the term out front, which is a coefficient, distributes to every term inside. You do not need a story.
I get it.
So, picture an algebra for here. Algebra. Since these are the factors, where do they go? On the outside. The first factor is x. How do I draw it? The bar. The other factor is 2 x's. And then 4 negatives. Where does the product go? Inside. I had 1x, yes? But that 1x has been stretched. Right? Then I had another x. What happened to that x? What happened to that second x? It's stretched. And I got another x. Come on. You can do it, computer. You can do it. You can do it. Come on, brother. Come on. Come on. No. Oh! No. Piece of crap. There we go. And then I had an x, but what wins? Negative. And I got 4 of them. So I have my product, 2x squared minus 4x. That's the picture. Good luck. The algebra solution, which is what we really want, is distribution. 1x, numbers with numbers. What's the number in front of x? 1. 1 times 2 is 2. X times x is x squared. Minus 4x. Because you distribute that x to both terms. Ya, ya. Ya, ya, ya. 2 seconds. Go. The factors. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. Fill it in. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3x squared plus 6x. I know, right? I'm like the Flash.
I can't draw pretty rectangles with that. It's too hard.
Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right. That's the easy stuff. What's different here? Now I got a binomial and I got a binomial.
We gotta use
Draw it first. These are the factors, right? What's the first factor? X plus 3. How do I draw it? X. Oh, they're supposed to be red, the factors, you piece of garbage. Red. 1, 2, 3. Red. 1, 1, 2. Then I draw the big guys. Big X. Bar. 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 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes? Easy peasy. Now, algebraically, x plus 3, x plus 2. If there was no 3 there, what would you do with that x? You would distribute it to get x squared plus 2x. Then, if there was, you've dealt with the x, so now you got to deal with the 3. 3x plus 6. Now, then you notice x and x. 2 plus 3 is 5. Now, this is lovely, but I like to do something a little different because we could multiply more than these little numbers, couldn't we? We could multiply a trinomial by a trinomial, couldn't we? So here is what I like to do here. This is what's happening, but the way I like to write it, this is the way I like to write these, is I go term by term. And here is what I mean. The first term is, I'll use green, x and 2x. So it's x squared plus 2x. Everybody agree? Now, the second term, which I will use gray for, 3x and 2. Because it's a different term, I write it on a different line. 3x plus 6. And I put the x's together to remind myself that they're like terms. Then I add up. X squared plus 0 is x squared. 2 plus 3 is 5x. 0 plus 6 is 6. Everybody cool? Do I care how you write it? No, you can write it all in one line, or you can do this. Everybody's able to, yeah? All right, shortcut time, because I love you guys. Not quite yet. This is the acronym that math teachers like to use. FOIL stands for first, which is, I'm going to write out just A plus B, C, A plus C. 2 variables. First is A and A. Then we do outside, which is A and C. Then we do inside, which is B and A. And then we do last, which is B and C. Everybody cool? That always works. So what if I had A plus B plus C, a trinomial, times A plus B? Would you follow the same pattern?
Yeah, over there.
Sure. First, outside. right? Now what about this guy? First, outside. Then this guy. First, outside. Everybody with me? All right. So now we're going to do a little trick, which all of you know. Please notice that when I multiplied these two binomials together, which were x plus 2 and x plus 3, what was my answer? Right there, correct? Yeah. What do you notice about 5 and 6, which are green, and 2 and 3, which are green?
Oh, you multiply the outside.
You add them to get that term, multiply them to get that term. Now that I am showing you now, after I've shown you everything else, because it only works
if your computer works.
It only works a plus b, a plus c. The answer is a squared plus or minus, right, because it depends, b plus c with an a, and plus or minus b times c. Always works if it's just an a. Okay?
If the two terms in the front of the bracket are this.
So, is this just a single variable? So can I do my shortcut?
Yeah.
Right. It's going to be x squared, add b and c. What is it? Plus 3x. Now multiply b and c. Minus 4. And if you actually did FOIL, you would find that out. First, x squared. Outside, plus 4x. Inside, minus 1x. Last, minus 4. Put it together, x squared, 4 minus 1, plus 3x, 0 minus 4, negative 4. Oh my good gravy. All of you should have seen that trick somewhere, right? Good. Remember though, it only works when it's a single variable. Yeah? Great. It's Friday. I'm keeping it light. You do page 107, page 108, and 109. Remember, can you forget previous math? No. We just did a whole bunch of exponents, right? If you look at the very last question on 109, you will notice what's happening. All kind of exponent crap, yeah? Go. You have 38 minutes to get these 3 pages done. It will not take that long. And you will have no homework for the weekend. Why? Because I care. No, I want you to go out and do something this weekend.
I